Hey friends, I'm Joa from SpecialHeartStudio.com. Today we're going to talk all about AI, artificial intelligence, and how you can use it for your craft projects. A lot of us get fonts and graphics from Creative Fabria. It's one of my very favorite places to get graphics when I'm ready to create. Well, Creative Fabria has upped the crafting game with CF Spark. I want you to imagine an assistant who understands your creative vision, who can help transform your thoughts into beautiful designs. Sounds like magic, right? Nope, not with all the AI. It's machine learning. Spark uses cutting-edge AI technology to understand and create images in your style. We're truly living in a world where creativity and technology go hand in hand. Let's get started and see how it works, so that you can dip your toes in and start learning. If you are a Creative Fabria member, you can play, anyone can play with Spark. You don't even have to have a Creative Fabria subscription. If you do have a subscription, you can download the images that you create from Spark. We'll talk about the different options that can be used for Spark here. But if you go to their homepage, you'll see right up on the menu bar is Spark. So if we click just on the Spark, it'll give us a little bit of information about what Spark consists of. So we have Spark Art, Spark Flow, Spark Crystalline. There's all kinds of things that you can build. There's a prompt builder, and we'll talk about prompts and what they are. The Spark Writer, if you have an Etsy shop and you want to have it help you write your store descriptions, that's what Spark Writer can do that. It can help you write notes for greeting cards. So it's a copywriter AI and not just image AI. You can create patterns and coloring pages. So if we come and do the create art, it will take us to a page, and you can see that there's the different options up here again: art, patterns, crystalline, the image mix, sketch, and coloring pages. So different types of categories. And then you also have kind of your own folders. So I have my own creations, private downloads. If I had the Spark monthly membership, I could have private downloads so that other users wouldn't be able to see them. They would be in that folder. Personal feed, community feed, prompt books. If you're brand new to AI and don't understand what prompts are, I would highly suggest that you start at this prompt book, and it gives you step-by-step instructions to tell you what prompt is. So working with AI uses a learned language model. So you'll see it referred to as LLM. It doesn't quite understand, the computers don't quite understand conversational English, and they want it to be very descriptive. So it's almost like if you're talking to a friend, if you would say, hey, I'm imagining in my head a husky. You know, your friend may picture a husky, but it's not going to look maybe like you're just thinking of the husky if it's in the style of, say, Picasso here. So you have to give it some context around what you're looking for. There's different examples. You can ask for a unicorn sticker, a beautiful landscape with mountains and a sunset. So you really have to describe the whole thing. And they give us all kinds of different examples, and then 5 good tips to writing the text to image prompts. So it's just fun to play with, and there's so many uses that could be done for us crafters with the Cricut machines or sublimation, print and cut, so many fun things. So let's get started here with the create art, and you'll see at the top is where you put your prompt. There's also a used prompt builder. We'll talk about that, but we'll type our prompt here. So if we want to have, let's see, a field of daisies with blue sky above. And let's say we want to have that in a watercolor. So I click the watercolor button. We could also add illustration. So it's just a matter of playing with all of these different buttons and how you want your image to come to basically how you want your image to look. Do you want it to look, we'll add hyper-realistic in there too. So in this section, you can choose your ratio. So it defaults every time to a square, but you can choose 9:16 portrait, 2:3 portrait, 4:5, and then a couple landscape options. So Field of Daisies is probably landscape, so we'll click landscape, and then I'm going to click ignite. And the AI Spark goes to work. It's queuing up my request, and time lapse, I'd say this took about 30 seconds, and it's given me almost given me four different options that I can choose from. So you can look through these. If you don't care for any of them, you can click the use again, and the prompt's still up there. You could hit unite again. We'll just go ahead and do that. And it'll give us an additional 4. Like, this is really pretty. So let's say I was happy with this one and want to use it for one of my projects. I can simply hit publish, and it'll go through and upscale it. So the graphics, the thumbnails that it shows us are not necessarily high quality just because they're produced fast. So once I hit publish, it upscales it and makes it a better quality image. Takes about a minute, maybe a little longer, depending how many people are using the system. And then it will allow me to download this image. So see, using the same prompt this time came up with 4 completely different. Okay, now it's ready for me to open it. And there you see I have my field of daisies with the blue sky above. I can then download that, and it'll go into my download folder. And I'm allowed to download it because I have that all access pass. Next, we'll talk about CF Spark patterns, and this is really fun. Maybe if you're making a shadow box and you don't have any pattern paper that you like, it can be fun just to come up with your own. What could we do here? We will do fall, pumpkin, and leaves. Let's just do it, keep it simple in illustration. We'll stick with some simple prompts. Pattern will always give just a tile that's always seamless pattern. So it does not give you the option to select your ratio. But what's fun on these is you can scale them up and down. Okay, so now it gave us the 4 different, I really think this one's kind of cool. And I'm just gonna show you. So on the patterns, like I mentioned, they're all seamless patterns. So you can zoom this in or out before you publish it. So we'll say I want it to be like that. We'll click publish. And then of course it's going to upscale it again, and I'll be able to publish it. It will also go to my creations folder. So these are all things that I have created and decided that I wanted to publish. So I have some stickers, some of the fun stained glass art that's been so popular in the craft groups lately. I did a fall watercolor with sunflowers. Go back to the Create Art tab. Oh, no, go back to the Create Patterns, where my pattern is. It's still upscaling. Okay, now I can click Open. And there's my fun pattern, seamless pattern. I can click download, I can share it with my friends on social media, I can copy and paste it. And now I've downloaded it. Next, we'll move on to create a transparent PNG. And this is where you can make images that would be great for stickers, say, but it's a PNG with no background. So here I've put in different prompts about monkeys, a happy monkey. They looked a little funny to me, so I redid the prompt, I used the same prompt and had it go again. And you'll see it comes up with completely different images. So the first set gave me these 4. And then the second set gave me totally different looking ones. And then I used the 3D V1. Oops, didn't mean to scroll into that. So you can see up here, you can use different models along the top, and if you hover over the end question mark here, it will tell you what the different models mean. And that's what I did with the monkeys. So I started out with the 2D V1 and then worked my way up to the 007 V2 to see what the difference was. So this was the 2D V1. As they continue to update and upgrade the AI, the images just get better and better. So then we have the 2D version 2, 3D version 1. This little guy's pretty cute. 3D version 2 scares me a little bit. Some of these monkeys are pretty funky looking. So I had it redo the 3D version 2, and then the second time it came up with some that are much better, although I don't know what this guy has sticking out of his head. And then last was the 007 V1 and the V2. So it can be a lot of fun to play around with these, and depending which model you choose kind of determines the look and feel that you'll get for your sticker. Next down the list is the image mix, Spark image mix. This is where Spark allows you to upload your own photo or put in a URL to an image, and basically it takes that into consideration and just remixes it. So I put in an image of one of my own mandalas from my blog, my square mandala. I'll leave a link to this post in the comments, and had it remix that image, and it came up with all kinds of neat patterns. So that's fun. And then I also had it remix one of the paper flowers that I originally created in the art section. I had it remix some of those. So this has been popular lately. I've seen in different craft groups where people are using the paper flower images to sublimate onto tumblers and mugs. These images you could easily create. You can specify the different colors you want. So maybe you want pink and mint green flowers. You could specify that in your prompt, and you would come up with that result. Sketch takes your prompt and literally makes it into a sketch. And these do have the transparent background too. So here you'll see I simply put that I wanted a yellow lab, and it gave me 4 different options. This time I asked for a wildflower bouquet in cowboy boots in vector style. It didn't give me the wildflowers, but the boots are pretty neat. And then I tried to get a retro camera with flowers too. Gave me the camera, but no flowers. I'm sure we'll just try it. We'll use that again. Click use again and click ignite and see what happens. Oh, there, it gave me some flowers. That's pretty cool. I don't know that I've seen a camera like that, but that's a neat image. This would be really pretty on, say, print and cut on just a t-shirt. You could have just a plain black and white t-shirt. That would be amazing. Or use it as, printable graphics in other projects. And then the last section of Spark, where you can create images, you can have fun making color book pages. So if you have little ones that want to have their own special coloring pages or their own ideas of what the coloring pages should be, this would be a lot of fun to put in some prompts and generate your own coloring pages. So example, this one I put a cute bunny for kids 6 to 8, cartoon style, low details. I don't know that I consider these low details, but these are the images it gave me. Sometimes they're a little funky. So I started off with a cute unicorn. This unicorn has lots of horns. That's not a unicorn. So as you see, it just takes a little bit of playing with the prompts. These are cute. This is really cute, a kawaii rainbow. And here is where you can put in your prompt. Let's see, let's just do goldfish in a fish bowl. We'll pick portrait and click ignite. And there we go. Coloring page of a goldfish in a fish bowl. So that goes through all the different categories of Spark. But then if you go back to the main menu, there's more down here. You can see what everybody else, mostly what everybody else has created. So I'm going to click this Browse All Creations, and it takes you to their gallery, their community gallery. And these are all images that other users have generated using Spark. So as you can see, the more you play around with your prompts, more detailed you get, the images can just be amazing. I love this for the 4th of July. And the prompt was just simply, let's click on that. So the prompt they used, vintage distressed patriotic USA. You can scroll that out. It was a pattern. So if we go back, we'll go back. So you can see on some of these, you can actually see the prompt. It'll tell you the prompt. You can copy this or open it directly. So you can copy the prompt, open it directly. You can also heart the images if you like the images. This one you'll see that the creator has chosen to hidden the prompt. And we'll talk about that next with the Spark monthly membership. You are able to hide your prompts. So if it's $9, you can purchase a Spark membership standalone or purchase it on top of the all access. So I'll go through some of the differences here. And I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the all access pass, I believe, is $19 a month. Right now they have a deal that is absolutely incredible. If you purchase a year at a time, it only equals $4.99 a month. So it comes out to just shy of $60. And that allows you to download pretty much all of Creative Fabrica's fonts, graphics, and SVGs. There are a few premium that are not included, but it gives you all kinds of access. And you would also be able to download your own Spark creations. You are allowed to sell these. So you can, your own Spark creations, you can sell the image, you can sell the digital download. I can give them away on my blog. The image is yours. You created it. Of course, I would be careful if you put in, like on that first page, there was the Joker from Batman. Of course, that's still going to fall under a trademark. But, you know, generic things that wouldn't fall under trademark, then you would be able to use those how you want. You are able to, with the all access, download Spark creations from other designers, and then download Spark creations in the community. So in that gallery. Now, if you purchase the $9 monthly Spark subscription, which can either be on top of the all access or it can stand alone, it gives you the different options what happens. So you get speed credits, so the AI works faster. You're still able to download your own. You're able to use the creations however you want. And then the Spark subscription allows you to be able to privately download your creations and hide the prompts. So we saw in the community that there were some neat images in there that people had hidden the prompts, but they still chose to publish the image. So if you are, I think for a business owner, maybe you are setting up a digital clip art store, or if you make sublimation tumblers or shirts, anything like that, and you want to keep your image private so that not everyone has access to it, then the Spark monthly subscription would be a great option. So the last thing that this goes through, we looked at browse all creations, browse art. It's simply the same. You can browse just the art, just the patterns, just the coloring pages. And the last one I think is fun, and I've learned a lot by looking around in here, is you can look at the different prompts, but maybe you're interested in something specific. So lately there's been a lot of the stained glass with people making cards and shadow boxes. So if we type in here stained glass, you're going to come up with all kinds of images that people have generated with that stained glass look. So you can scroll through. If you're an all access member, you can download these. I think this one's really pretty. So they hid the prompt. I can't see the prompt, but this is a seamless pattern that I could then download if I had a use for that. Oh, let's go back to search creations. Let's see, let's put in paper flowers. Oh, even if I just put in paper, it comes up with, there's some background. That'd be great for a background for a shadow box. And then the paper flower looks. So many my mind is just brimming with ideas of how art can be used. And then the last thing I want to show real quick is speed up creation. This will, of course, take me to purchase the CF Spark subscription, but we can look at our own creations. So if I click on my creations, these are designs that I generated in CF Spark and indicated that I wanted to download. So these are ones that I said to publish. All of these can be found in the community feed, and they, of course, have the prompts here. So we talked about my creations, my private downloads. Mine is empty. I do not personally have the Spark membership. I've been playing around with Spark, and I find it fascinating, but I've also been playing with Midjourney, which is another AI image generator, and it, in my opinion, it does much better. It's up with better images than Spark. But the reason I wanted to highlight Spark today was because I know a lot of us already have a Spark membership, or not a Spark membership. A lot of us already have a Creative Fabria membership. So it just made sense to show, you know, and for people just kind of interested in getting started, they have a lot of good things to get started with here. So personal feed will look at, these are all images from the community feed that I clicked on to look at. So it saved them so that I could see them. Community feed, of course, is where you can see all of the images. And then prompt book is where we started the video to learn the different prompt methods. And the last thing is prompt builder. So this is if you are stuck and you need some ideas for different contexts, you can put in here the different mediums, camera, display, geometry. So let's say we want to have, let's do a roller coaster. I have no idea how this will turn out. And then we want to have it in, we're going to make it a camera. Make it in cinematic. So you can look through here and simply click one. And then if you hover over these, you can make the intensity more or less. Let's see, we'll do lighting. We'll make it in a roller coaster in the sunlight, and we will make this 40. So this has built the prompt for me. All I have to do here is click prompt. It will take me to that art screen where I can choose my ratio, and we'll click ignite. And there we go. Came up with almost real looking images of a roller coaster. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you are interested in learning more about the AI art, the capabilities. As I mentioned, I've been playing with Midjourney, and it's really impressive. So I have to admit, when I first heard about all the AI stuff, I was a little bit scared. I thought, wow, you know, it's kind of taken over. But the more I've played with it, the opportunities and the things that it can do are simply amazing. So it's not going anywhere. So I decided I better embrace it, and might as well use it to my advantage. Anyway, that's it. Let me know any questions you have in the comments, and I will see you next time.